let's talk about some of the things happening around these joint practices. The Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders are obviously a huge storyline. Clint Kubiak, head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks, has come on and said there's going to be a lot of Nando. Okay, there's going to be a lot of Nando tomorrow. So that means probably a lot of Kirk Cousins being rested. Kirk Cousins opened up a little bit during a press conference about, what could have possibly been the conversation between he and Maxx, and then also Houston Texans players in this joint practice.
A little upset toward the end of practice. What exactly happened on that?
Well, my elbow got hit, and I joke with Maxx. I say, you can touch me anywhere you want. Just don't touch my arm. But you want to bump me in the ribs. I think if anything, hit me in the hips or the ribs is actually good because it simulates what I need to feel. I said the elbow and the shoulders where I could sprain something pretty easily. So if you could just help me, I got some scars from some hits in real games where helmets go into armpits and things, and it ruins your season. So I was just asking him to just stay off the arm, and had to remind the Texans as well. You can hit me anywhere you want, or I might as well just take the red jersey off because you're playing with sometimes an understood rule that if it's not understood, then what are we doing?
I like the Kirk. Yeah. Still, hey, listen, this is an understood rule. Why am I even in this red jersey? I mean, what are we even doing? I appreciate him sticking up for himself, but also showing Nando, like, hey, you got to stick up for yourself. Because I assume Kirk Cousins saying, you need to get the fudge out of my face. Very similar to how Nando might potentially have to do it. But you do got to kind of take a stand. Now, on that note, it is crazy that we're still talking about Maxx Crosby potentially hitting the elbow in the arm of his own team starting quarterback. Maxx Crosby's all gas, no brakes.
One speed.
Kirk Cousins is saying, okay, well, let's just do what guys do when they fight each other and they want to punch each other in the face. You can just punch me you can hit me wherever you need to hit me. You want to hit me in the ribs? That'd be good. Hit me in the hips? That's fine. That's abnormal, I think, for a starting quarterback. Is this what Fernando's just going to have to expect being a Las Vegas Raider?
Yeah, as long as he's there with Maxx, that's for damn sure. But I like Kirk kind of stepping up and standing up, I guess, for himself. I've never been a teammate of Kirk, so I've never really seen him behind closed doors. But this is kind of abnormal for the Kirk Cousins that I know to kind of stand up and even talk shit or get, quote-unquote, physical with Maxx Crosby. And then you think about the guys coming off the edge down in Houston. Will Anderson and Hunter, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is kind of part of, I guess, the downside. We saw the fights of joint practices because these aren't your brothers. These aren't the guys you care about the same way. I think Kyle Shanahan said, Christian McCaffrey, he's banged up. He would have practiced if we were practicing against ourselves. But since it is a joint practice, we're going to hold him out. And that's why, because, part of that, sharpening that iron is like, okay, now I'm going against another guy in another jersey. Finally, now I can do a little bit more that I wouldn't be comfortable doing in my own practice. We saw it with Seattle and the Hard Knocks. Hey, stay away from the quarterback. That halo gets a little bit smaller when that's not your franchise quarterback on the other side of the ball. So this is just part of it.
Yeah, Bo Nix and Nick Bonito got into it out of Denver, allegedly. He got a little bit close to the pile, got upset later. Bonito was on top of a pile. Bo Nix says, how about now? Huh?
I see enough.
Yeah, a little bit more fun when the Rabbits got the gun, pal. It feels like there is a little bit of haste and tension happening around a lot of NFL training camps. You got to remember, these are a lot of alpha dudes, a lot of power, a lot of speed, a lot of physicality, a lot of soreness, a lot of long days. It's hot,
muggy.
And these guys aren't getting a bunch of reps in the actual preseason games like the starters. So this is really when they're trying to ramp up and really get ready, because at this point, soon the backup backs will start to take the majority of the reps, and then the starters will start to kind of prep for week one with scout teams and stuff like that. So these vets are trying to ramp up and get ready for week one.
Yeah, they're also trying to set the tone on what the year is.
Yeah.
Bo Nix trying to do the same damn thing. How about this, Bonito? Almost won defensive MVP last year.
Yeah.
He had 15 sacks. I forget.
Yeah. Couple pick sixes.
Whatever it was. The amount of sacks he had was just outrageous. I like Bo Nix is going, how about this? And then they have to be separated. And then what happens the next day? Or the next morning, or the next night? They got to sit down right next to each other. It's a fascinating thing, football training camp. It really is. And I think Zaire Franklin and Tucker Kraft actually had a scrap or something, and then they eat breakfast every morning. And I think Zaire said, tomorrow morning I'll be eating breakfast with Tucker Kraft. And what you just saw out there, just kind of status quo. Football is insane. It's the greatest.
Yeah, it is.
I genuinely believe that this is going to be the best football season yet.
I'm with you.
Absolutely.
Agreed. I think so, too.
Talents is best and better than it's ever been.
Preseason games way better than they've ever been.
Yes.
I think that's an indicator that the regular season is going to be the best
season yet.